Good morning. Welcome to Unity Longmont Spiritual Center on August 30th. This morning I will be speaking. My name is dava Money, and we have music from Tim Ostidiek and from Jenny Balagna. So welcome, and we will start with a piece of music, please.
All right, unmuted. Here we go. We're so happy to be here. Low when I'm broken, I'm in need. I feel that ocean, swallowing me. Send a raindrop down to the sea. Oh Lord, shine a light on me, shine a light on me. And on that morning, scared and blue, feeling hungry, thirsty too. Send a raindrop down to the sea. Oh Lord, shine a light on me, shine a light on me, oh shine a light. Shine a light, shine a light, 'cause I know that in the darkness I'm alright. There's no sun shining, but inside I'm free, 'cause the Lord shine a light on me, shine a light on me. Oh, shine a light, oh, shine a light, shine a light, shine a light, 'cause I know that in the darkness I'm alright. There's no sun shining, but inside I'm free, 'cause the Lord shine a light on me. Yeah, the Lord shine a light on me. Yeah, the Lord shine a light on me. Shine a light on me.
Delightful. Thank you, Jenny and Tim.
Thank you.
So at this time, we'll go into prayer by taking a breath. And we say, beloved presence, we are here, we are together, and for that we are grateful. We pray for light and love to be shared with all in the world, especially those in positions of leadership making difficult decisions. We pray for all the students and their families as adjustments are made. We pray for all the people on the front lines during this pandemic to keep our food and supplies and our mail and other things going, providing us with some sense of normalcy. We're grateful for means of staying in touch with our loved ones and others. And we are reminded that you are within us and working through us each and every moment of the day. And so it is. So let us have another piece of music from Jenny and Tim.
All right. This is a song that I wrote called Until the Harvest Comes. Sun rising through the trees, winter found her ends. I'm just a springtime seed tumbling in the wind. I'm going back to where I came from, going back where I belong, going back to where I came from. until the harvest comes. So till up my fertile soil, spread my brothers round. I'll be a happy being in the cool ground. I'm going back to where I came from, going where the season's long, going back to where I came from until the harvest comes. But I hope that I survive the hail in July and the storms in the spring. And when the winter comes, keep my leaves toward the sun and my roots deep. And if I make it through, I'll be blooming next year, and we'll be humming with the birds this time next year. But if I'm lost and can't be found, so my memories in the ground, I'm going back to where I came from. I'm going where the corn grows tall, going back to where I came from. Feels like I never left it all. Oh, I'm going where I came from. I'm going back where I belong, going back to where I came from until the harvest comes. Sun rising through the trees, winter found her end. I'm just a springtime seed, tumbling in the wind, tumbling in the wind, tumbling in the wind.
Thank you, Jenny and Tim. Beautiful. Springtime seed. This morning, I am speaking about hope. In the dictionary, hope is described as a feeling of expectation and desire for a certain thing to happen, such as he looked through her belongings in the hope of coming across some information. Once, a number of years ago, I was told, you have got to kill hope. You've got to kill hope. That was told to me by a minister when I was suffering from a lost relationship. I struggled with having to kill hope for a long time. Something about it did not make sense to me. Finally, I believe she was telling me to stop having expectations for a specific outcome. I believe those are two different things, hope and expectation. Expectation may set us up for disappointment, and I believe hope sets us up for transcendence. Expectation may indicate a goal, and hope is, in my opinion, a particular energy. I think of hope like a ball, a hollow ball that you can push down into a bucket of water, let it go, and it will come flying out of the bucket. It's a superlative energy and exuberance. The metaphysical definition of hope is the expectation of good in the future. The expectation of good in the future. And we know all good is God and God is all good. So when our life circumstances cause us pain, when perhaps we despair and are discouraged, having lost sight of our heart's desire, we can turn to God. We do that by tapping into the power that works in us, the Christ consciousness within. It is so easy to turn back again and again to the external events and circumstances, to be distracted by them, disheartened by them. We may need to choose again and again where we focus. We may fall 7 times and need to get up 8 times. Can we, like King David, an ancestor of Jesus, remember what is said in Psalm 25, 4-5? Show me the right path, O Lord. Point out the road for me to follow. Lead me by your truth and teach me, for you are the God who saves me. All day long, I put my hope in you. Currently, external events appear disastrous. We're in the middle of a major pandemic, a storm of political divisiveness. There is an urgency for racial and economic equality and dire unemployment. There is confusion because of inaccurate social media posts and biased news. We are bombarded by skewed views. In our country, the collective mental health is suffering. More people than ever are acknowledging depression, suicidality, and hopelessness. When we find ourselves caught in that Sturm und Drang, what can we do? What helps us move from scared to sacred? From scared to sacred, from hopeless to hopeful, from exhaustion to exhilaration, from apathy to passion. Can we follow the guidance of Mandy Hale when she wrote, "Trust the wait, embrace the uncertainty, enjoy the beauty of becoming. When nothing is certain, anything is possible." Can we remember and trust Proverbs 23:18? Surely there is a future and your hope will not be cut off. And Jeremiah 29:11, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope. Eric Butterworth in a talk spoke of the need to shoot for the moon and how that phrase usually referred to something impossible. Yet in our lifetime, we have reached the actual moon. It is imperative that we dream bigger than we are. Can we now dream collectively of a world that survives and learns from this pandemic? Can we envision equality, respect, kindness for people of all colors? Can we aspire to a world where everyone finds meaningful work and experiences economic safety? Can we see a world where police and others in authority are wise and nonviolent? Can we in our hearts know a world of peace and love? Can we cultivate and share the energy of hope that fuels us in a loving, creative direction? And with that hope, can we each set intentions stated in present tense that allow us the emotional response we desire? And can we promise, declare that we are shooting for the moon? And then can we follow through with any opportunity to work for those changes? Is it too much to ask, or is it our providence? We know that Jesus overcame the impossible and encourages us to do the same. He taught that because of divine potential, the Christ consciousness within, we are capable of reaching the moon. For he said, all these things that I do, you can do too if you have faith. He reminded us to believe in the transcendent nature within us. In everyday language, transcendence means going beyond, and self-transcendence means going beyond a prior form or state of oneself. Sherith Peters writes, the beauty of hope in God is that it is not born out of a painless life. So again, if we fall 7 times, we need to get up 8. All of us have experienced loss. All of us have suffered. And God promises to bring us out of that suffering if we are open to hope and transformation. That shift is the work that is done within us. Ephesians 3:20 says, "Now, look to him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine, according to his power that is at work within us." We need only look to God for that security and strength. I do not mean to imply that it is always easy to do so. Sometimes we may need to cook or simmer in our suffering, perhaps for some kind of divine alchemy. Our divine deliverance comes at the right time, a sacred time. We have all heard the story of the Israelites delivered from Egypt after 40 years of slavery by Moses. As they approached the promised land of Canaan, Moses sent a convoy of 10 scouts to assess whether the Israelites could take over and inhabit the promised land. It is helpful to remember that metaphysically, the 5 great cities of the Philistines ruled by lords referred to the 5 senses under the dominion of thoughts foreign to spirit. So we all have that. Those first 10 scouts came back declaring that conquest was impossible because we are like little grasshoppers to them and they are giants. Unwilling to settle for "we can't," Moses sent Joshua and Caleb to evaluate, and they returned saying, "We are able to overcome it with transcendence." We too may need to transcend our thoughts that are fed through our 5 senses in order to experience a realm of ascendancy. What is our promised land? How do we transcend the pandemic, the racial injustice, economic inequality, divisive politics, etc.? How do we manifest hope? Sometimes we become discouraged. There is so much discouragement, a loss of heart and heart's desire right now. Tragedy is when we allow that hope and vision to die. For Proverbs 29:18 says, "Where there is no vision, the people perish." So let us create a vision. Eric Butterworth says, "He that is within you is greater than he that is in the world." We don't need to create the power, but simply to release it, the divine flow. And when we are available as a group for that power to work within us, what can be accomplished? What can be dreamed? Together, we can dream, see a vision, experience the light, and shoot for the moon. Our vitality of life determines the size of our dreams. Let us reach in and touch that vitality. Unity often says, what we conceive and believe, we can achieve. Let us see ourselves, each other, and our world manifest with love and fulfillment. We must dream anew, for the Son of Man has come to save that which was lost. Let's shoot for the moon and land in paradise. And so it is. So we'll have a piece of music from Tim and Jenny.
We were gonna play that song. We were actually. It's a song I wrote called "I Got Hope for You." I see my fair share, heart and soul to be, bought and sold in this crooked world. And I've seen a handful of loves grow old, and the hearts go cold in a black hole. But I got hope for you. I I got hope for you. Whatever this crazy life it puts you through, well, I got hope for you. Well, maybe you're stuck in younger days, and maybe you're blooming late. You're on your way. Maybe you're wandering far from home, and maybe you're on your own, like a rolling stone. I got hope for you. I got hope for you. Whatever this crazy life it puts you through, I got hope for you. You might lose the way, you might not, yeah. Might get the job, you might not, yeah. Might wonder most your life being someone you're not. But maybe we're all lost. And I got hope for you. I got hope for you. I got hope for you. Whatever this crazy life it puts you through, well, I got hope, yeah. I got hope, well, I got hope for you.
Thank you so much. I'm encouraged by you having hope for all of us.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So it's at this time that we do our donation of light and love by taking a breath together and placing our hands on our heart. And if you would like to close your eyes, feel free to do so. Become deeply aware of that light and that love that is within you. And allow it to expand. And as it continues to expand, we can celebrate that. We can recognize hope in that light and love. Hope for ourselves, hope for others, hope for our planet. And as we move through this beautiful day, let us continue to experience that light and love. So it is. And another piece of music that we will end on from Tim and Jenny.
Oh. There it was. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fear relieved. How precious did There's no less days to sing God's praise. When we first begun, amazing grace, how sweet the sound to save a wretch like me. Our voice was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. That once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.